Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So now we are going to understand the concept of cost and its types. So let's start with the meaning of cost. Cost cost may define as the monetary value monetary value of the all sacrifice made to achieve an object to produce goods and services. So we can understand a cost may define as the monetary value. Cost may be defined as the monetary value of the all sacrifice meant to achieving object to produce goods and services. So we understand with example. When we are start a company, a production company, like a shoes company, we need a different types of source for the run. So, or like a labors, materials, machine, electricity, DTC, fuels, materials have a different types materials, machines, labors, it and self owned, owned, self-employed. These all expenses are calculating under the cost that are incurred by a firm for a productions of goods. In the general words, in generally, cost refers to the money expenses incurred by a firm in the production process. We can understand cost refer to the monetary expenses. Money expenses incurred by a firm in the production process. Production process. So we can understand labor cost, material cost, machine, everything are calculating under the cost. And next we are understand its types. Cost types. Cost are divided in the different types. We are learn one by one. So first implicit cost. First are okay. First is explicit cost. Explicit cost. This cost is calculate the is the value of resources which purchase for the production from market. We can understand explicit cost is the value of resources which purchased for the production from markets. That's which resources are purchased from the market and that are recorded in the explicit cost and lies under the explicit cost. We see the example of explicit cost. Like we are needs staff labors we pay wages, we needs electricity, transportation, etc. and that are purchased from market. And next type is implicit 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 cost. Implicit cost is the value of input services that are used in production which are not purchased we can understand implicit cost is the value of input services that are used in productions which are used in production that which are not purchased. Like we are starting a company or providing good services company, we have some things already that are will be go furnitures, machineries, uh, carry van that are used in business which are not purchased from the market, that all expenses are under the implicit cost. Next type is accounting cost. Next type accounting cost. Accounting cost is actual expenses, depreciation charge for equipment. We can understand accounting cost is the actual expenses plus a depreciation charge for a equipment. It is a calculate the actual expenses that expenses are incurred for productions like a labor wages, salaries, electricity plus depreciation charge for equipment. When we start a production company, we have needs of different types of the machineries for the production. So that equipment value are day by day will be go decrease. Decreasing value values are plus actual expenses is a accounting cost. Next type economic cost. Economic cost. economics cost to be to a form of utilizing economic resources in a production including opportunity cost. We can understand economics cost to be to a form of utilizing economic resources in the productions, including opportunity cost. All expenses like we understand and learn on the top. So implicit cost, explicit cost, accounting cost, all cost plus opportunity cost will be go economics cost. So next type we have some formulas for the finding implicit cost or economics cost. So you can see economics cost is equal to implicit cost plus explicit cost. Implicit and explicit cost are we already understand on the previous. So that's implicit cost plus explicit cost are economics cost. So next we are learn types. Opportunity cost. Next, opportunity cost. Opportunity cost associate with opportunity that are for one when a firm resources are not put to their best alternative. We can understand opportunity cost associated with opportunity that are for one when a firm's resources are not put to their best alternative. We can understand with example of first printing machine on the second paper cutting machine. So we can see when we are going to start a business, we have a different types of idea and different types of resources for start a company. We are have so different types of ideas for business. So we have when we are going for the have opportunity for a printing machine, second a paper cutting machine. Printing machine cost expenses are will be gone 1 लाख आणि 1 lakh on a second will be go 18,000, and profit will be go profit plus 10% from the first idea. So we are start a second idea according to the profit, so that will be leave the first ideas that are will be go opportunity cost. I hope understand. uh, Printings machine expenses are will be go on large, and a paper coating machine expenses are will be gone go 18,000, but it has a 10% profit greater than from first opportunity, but it has some profit, it has profits that will be go opportunity cost. And next we study a social cost is the total cost of production. Social cost of product and include direct or indirect cost incurred by society. When we are run a companies, we have some different types of wastage resources. Or like when we are wasted resources, we are fertilize it's for the destroy. It's have many types of gases, pollutions, that all are is a direct indirect cost of a society. Social cost that we can understand with examples: water pollution, air pollution, etc. Different types of expenses that are incurred by your companies from the societies, direct or indirect. Next we are learn total cost. Total cost. Total cost, the sum of cost of all inputs used to produce goods and services. The sum of the cost of all inputs used to produce goods and services. Now we are learn the find the total cost from the production, and from the production is uh, quantity is variable cost. So we are total cost is total cost is equal to total fixed cost plus total variable cost. So we can understand how to calculate the total cost. In solution, total fixed cost plus total variable cost. When we add the total fixed cost and the total variable cost, we get total cost. Next we are understand total fixed cost. What is fixed cost? total fixed cost. Total fixed cost. It is the cost of inputs that are independent independent of output. Examples: factory, machinery, etc. When we are run a company and that have different types of resources, that have a factories, machineries that are under the total fixed cost. The total fixed cost of input that are independent of output. Fixed cost is independent of outputs. We can understand a factory. When we establish a factory, then we produce a goods, but we produce a goods, we have the different types of resources that are dependent on the output. But machineries, factories, if we produce two goods, three piece, four piece, 100 piece, that will be change in the resources of materials, labors, but machinery and factory as a constant. Next, variable cost. The cost of input that change with output. When we are produce goods, we produce 5 shoes. We need a few materials compared to 100 shoes. So easily we can understand variable cost is dependent on the output. Like example materials, labors, fuel, electricity, etc. We understand all types of cost types. So I hope are you understand the concept of cost and its types. So thanks for the watching video. Thank you.